On the bench today, we've got the Airfix Hunting Percival Jet Provost. It's 1/72 scale kit. You can buy this kit in the starter set, like this is, from off of eBay or some model shops for between £8 and £10. This one is one you get from Aldi, that's why it's slightly different box, that's all. But you get the exact same over with the paints, the glues and the brush. It's a lovely kit. I really like the red that it is. So we crack on, get this built, see how good a job we can do of it. I'm using my trusty old set of nippers. They're called Plato Model 170 pliers. In all honesty, they're brilliant. They're about £2.99 off of Amazon still then. This is just the building up of the cockpit section here. Sticking seats in. They are a 3-part them seats. Well, 4-part actually, but they're easy to put together. Sticking a bit of the black that comes with it, the kit on. Finned it down and just airbrushing it on. Goes on nice and easy. Just got to be a bit careful with rubbing because it can come off a bit, these on the cockpit section. And just blast them in while I've got it there. Right, this is my first mistake. I'm putting my decal on here, and I didn't realise it at the time, but that is not the instrument panel area. There's another piece to go in. Like an idiot, I've gone and put it on. But hey, this is using a bit of that grey that comes with kit, and I'm just dry brushing it on edges just to make them stand out a little bit when the kit's actually, well, the cockpit's all sealed up. It's the same grey, it's getting put onto the pilot now. You get 2, so you've got 2 of them to do. And they're just sticking nice and easy. And this is after I've realised I've made a mistake here, so that's the piece where the actual instrument panel should go on to, decal should I say. So what I've done is, I've looked in my spares. As you can see, there's one decal there, and I'm going to put that one on. It's come out my spares. It's not quite big enough, but it's going to have to do because that's all I can do now. I can't get decals off once they're on. So there you go anyway. And that grey, by the way, it's meant to be that colour. You paint it, it's the same colour that I've used for pilots. I put it all back together, and you can't really see much of it in there, but it's a mistake and I'm kind of kicking myself for it. I shouldn't have done it, but I have. I'm now just sticking all the other bits on. It's all glued's easy together, them kind of bits with a bit of Tamiya extra thin, and the wings just snapped straight in. There weren't a problem there, nice and easy. I put a little few drops of the Revel because it's a stronger glue when it goes off, but it takes time to go off, and then I just a little tiny ease of Tamiya extra thin right edges. It makes it a lot better, in my view anyway. You can just do it with normal. This is Vallejo plastic putty. I use this because it comes out a really tiny thin nozzle end. I just fill any seams in like that what shouldn't really be there. If you just use a bit of water on cotton bud like that, you can take off any excess, and you don't have to worry about massively loads of sanding. You can just run a soft sand stick over it after. It's going to be wheels up, this one, so you can see I've already cut the hole in it for the stand, and this is the red that comes with the kit. It actually went on lovely, as in spraying. It has been thinned a little bit, but I didn't have to thin it loads. But yeah, it's a nice red. I love this red, mate. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It's one of Umbro's best colours, if you ask me, as in how it looks when it's on. There's an area at the front, the anti-glare, that's painted black. I'll just mask that off, as you can see. Looks alright. Decals I've fitted this time using my Microsol. I've got both of them, the one you put them on with and the actual softener for after. But I'm finding that Mr. Mark, if you ain't got a good gloss on, it ends up eating into paint a bit. But this this stuff, it just seems to wipe off without leaving any marks really. I'm just showing you a few decals I put on. It's the easiest way. And these are just the big ones. There's not a lot. There's only about 11 or 12, so it's not hard. They're just slightly off skew as they're meant to be. I'll just clean any excess off with cotton bud. Helps press them down and all a bit. This is Tamiya Gloss, the clear version that they've got. I've put it on so I can then put my pin wash on it. And this is just my pin wash. It's a MIG Productions pin wash. I just fit it down a bit more. I think it's a bit too thick when you get it. So for about every 3 drops of pin wash, I just add a drop of white spirits. But this ain't coming off, as you can see. I don't know why it ain't coming off. I'm working at it quite vigorously and it's just not having it. I'm now putting down a coat of the Winsor Newton flat to seal it all in and bring that flat effect. I think it looks better flat than it does glossy. I know some people prefer it the other way, it's just how I prefer my kits to look when they're done. Sticking cockpit down with Elmer's glue. It's the purple one, so you can see where you've put your glue. Seemed to work fantastic on last kit, so trying it again on this one. Easy enough to put on. Fitted lovely, that cockpit. I've completed it, but I think I've ruined it. Because if you look here on it, you can, I'm sure you'll be able to see, it's just there. When I put my pin wash on and I started cleaning it off, I rubbed away at it to get the old, the black wash off that I don't want, because I only wanted it in the panel lines. And it rubbed straight off the paint, straight off there. Quite a biggish part, and that's it. Once it's off, it's off. And I've tried repairing it the best I can, as you can see, but I don't think it's good enough. I think it's rubbish. To my eye, it stands out a bit like a sore thumb. But in all essence, it don't look bad like that. But you get it in the right light, and it looks horrid. It really does, that section. And the other thing is, when I sprayed it with Tamiya gloss, and I thinned that gloss down, and I think I've over-thinned it, and I think that's why it's come off there. But in other places, it was as if it didn't have hardly any gloss on at all as well. And you can see here, can you see that? It just won't come off. It's soaked into the red paint and it's stuck. Now, underneath seems to have been better, but there's areas, obviously, you can see, where it won't come off without rubbing all paint off. Now, if I'd have had a primer on it, that might have helped stop that as much for rubbing off there, because I don't think as much would have rubbed off. But I think it's my fault for the gloss, for not putting enough down. But I probably should have put another coat, whatever. I've just probably thinned it, but you can see what it's done to it there, and you can see it's dirtied up the aircraft. And some people say, well, it looks fantastic, it looks dirty, it looks like it's used. But in reality, it's not my intention. It was meant to stay the beautiful red, which is like the really standout red it was. Instead, we've got a dark red now, which, yeah, it looks alright in colour wise, it's nice, but it's not what I wanted. And looking at it, especially what I've done there and what it's done there, I think it's ruined the kit. I really do. One thing I will mention, the finish you're seeing there, that is Winsor Newton flat. The finish on that, because it's a stand I've got for it, that is Winsor Newton gloss. And it's not a massive super gloss, it's more like a semi-gloss, the Winsor Newton, I find. But it's a lovely varnish when it goes on. It really is a lovely varnish. The cockpit looks well. I'll just put that back in there. I don't know if you can see down into it yet. It looks well. It looks nice inside there, that cockpit. The other one is, at the start, you see me when I made the mistake of actually the decal. I put the decal in the wrong spot. Don't know what was going wrong with me with this kit. I don't know. It's an easy kit to build. It's a lovely kit. It really is a lovely kit. But I've made error after error making it, and I know it just didn't go well. And not every kit that you build goes well. That's the best I can do with how it's ended up now. Would I buy another one of these? Every day. It's a lovely kit. For the amount you pay for it, £8-9. Lovely. Can't beat it. Paints wise, got quite a lot left in them. Hardly any of the red. And when I say hardly any, it is really hardly any. If I'd have painted this by brush, I reckon I'd have been close to not having enough with that red. But other than that, get one. Yeah, really get one of these. Try it. It's a beautiful kit to do. It's only took me a couple of days. A day to build it, you could say, and a day or so to paint it, because I had to leave it to dry and that. But other than that, for £8-9, it spent a good few hours keeping me entertained. I'll be grateful if you'll subscribe to my channel, and I'll be happy as well if you give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. And on that note, thank everybody for watching that stuck with me with this far through with the kit that I've ruined, as in my view. And I hope to see you around for next, and hopefully I'll not destroy that one like I have this near enough. Catch you all later.